What's up, Aries? Let's see what messages Spirit has for you. This is whatever comes out, what you need to know. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Aries placement, okay? Oh, dang, you guys got a lot of cards. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, you got the title card. I didn't mean to put that in there. Some of you guys are going to get like a loan. Some of you guys are going to get the title to something. Some of you guys are going to own something for the first time. And if it's not the first time you're owning something, some of you guys are going to be like first time homeowners. And it feels like that's what you're working towards. But I do see you guys getting like the title to a car. Maybe you guys are finally paying off a car. Maybe you're buying a new car. Again, this could be like the deed to a home as well. So it feels like if you guys are looking for a loan or a contract, a loan, yeah, either way, there's something here about contractual agreements is what I'm feeling. So you guys could definitely be purchasing something really big here in the near future, or maybe you're currently in that process. Okay, you guys are starting off with the 9 of Wands, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, the 2 of Pentacles, and you have the Strength card here. Leo energy. Also, you guys have the Star. Yeah, speaking of Leo, the Temperance, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, I shuffled these cards and yet these still came out. There's either a message for you in the Leo reading, or you have a Leo placement, or Leo season is going to be very interesting is what it feels like. A lot of you guys have been patiently waiting for something to come in, and I feel like you guys have become really strict with yourselves. This could be like you becoming strict with like your budget, especially if you're trying to buy something, which is what I was picking up on with that title card. So yeah, you guys could definitely be trying to budget for something. I see you guys becoming more strict with your time, with your money. I feel too you guys have been waiting on something to come in, and I feel like it will. I feel like there's an amount of discipline here that you've put in. So whether this is like you gave up drinking so you could have more money, or you gave up going out as much so you can have more money, but there is something here about you being strict and disciplined is going to be the reason that something comes in. And if that's not resonating with you, then you need to become strict and disciplined when it comes to something that you want, because I do see you getting it. Here is the High Priestess. Okay, so again, either your intuition's telling you this. I know my intuition's telling me to tell you this. So same thing. You guys could also be starting some sort of like tarot channel, or want to, or maybe you already have one. But there's something here about you guys having the ability to read cards, or maybe just to be able to, like, you have predictive energy. With the 9 of Wands to the Magician, yeah, you guys are very determined right now to make something happen. This could have come after an ordeal of some sort. Like, Aries, you guys are always like on your grind. You guys are always like working on something, working towards something, and you guys are really good at what you do. Which is why a lot of Aries are in managerial positions, right? You guys are supervisors, you guys are project managers. Like, you guys just have that to you. And so I feel like maybe recently you could have gone through something that made you felt defeated, depleted. Maybe you didn't get your way in something. Maybe like life just kind of like handled you a certain kind of way. And so now, because that happened, there's a determination to make something like evolve, right? So this is like if everything was going good in your life and then it was like a domino effect, like you lost your job, in turn, you know, you got backed up on debt because you had to like pay rent or something and put that on credit cards. Like, there's just something here that happened in the recent past that feels like you guys are now kind of setting up that boundary and saying no more, never again. And so now you're making sure that you're staying on top of your grind. You're staying on this path that's going to allow you to continue to manifest the things that you want, so that you're never in that situation again. Okay. So I am picking up on that heavily. With the Magician to the Wheel of Fortune, again, I feel like the world is your oyster. You guys can have whatever you want whenever you want it. And it feels like right now, this amount of discipline and determination that's coming in, from your energy, it just feels like you guys are unstoppable at this point. It's like here you were, you're holding this this staff here, or you're holding this, I forget what they call it, but whatever, you're holding that, and then it's like you started to light up your own torches. Like, every single torch here is an experience that you went through, and you're the one holding, like, you know, the main one. And so it just feels like, again, you guys have had this ability the entire time to make your life better. You've had this this gift, this this willingness, but something had to happen in your life in order to get you to understand that you always had the power and the ability to make your life the way you've wanted it. And so again, I feel like because you're carrying this torch, I guess you can say, because you're carrying the torch, because you're moving forward, trying to manifest the best possible outcome in your life, I see that happening for you here in the near future if you haven't already. Okay, it feels like you finally lit your own fire, and so now you're running with it, right? Like think about like how, I don't know, I'm seeing like Olympic Games, you know, they like the big old torch or whatever. But yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like you guys are definitely like in a race for your life or something like that. It feels like right now is like a, it's like practicing your whole life for the big game, and it's like now you're finally in the big game, and so now you got to make it all make sense, right? It's got to come together is what it feels like. With the Wheel of Fortune of the Two of Pentacles, you guys might be a little bit, I'm hearing, lopsided when these things start to happen for you. It almost feels like, okay, there's going to be a balance between your good karma and your bad karma. You're going to have good things happen to you, but then there's some karmic debts that you may need to pay along the way. And so it's like you weren't able to pay these karmic debts because you didn't have the resources that you're going to have. But it's like it's not going to affect your resources greatly. It's just going to affect your mood. And so it just feels like there's this imbalance on the way to the things that you want because of this, right? Again, the universe has to balance itself out. And so like be careful what you're doing this year, okay? Because next year is an even numbered year, right? 2026. And so any even year, the universe has to make things right. So if you're doing really shady things this year, guess what? It's going to come back and get you next year. So again, try to stay on the right side of karma as best as you can. Because at the end of the day, it's like you could have a smooth transition moving forward, right? Just collecting your good karma, or you know, at this point you can kind of play the odds is what I'm hearing. So I do see that. And then with the Two of Pentacles to the Strength card here, again, you guys could feel a little off balance during Leo season. It feels like you're caught between two worlds, okay? So whether this is you having one foot in, one foot out, this is like, do I leave a job for this other job? Do I stay? Do I break up with this person? Do I not break up with them? So that's what it feels like. It feels like one foot's in, one foot's out for some of you. And I feel like during Leo season, again, with like karma, right? There's the infinity symbol. Like what goes around comes around is what I'm hearing. And so because of that, you guys need to just be mindful. Again, try to do the right thing. I just keep having to emphasize that. So it just feels like with that Two of Pentacles, you don't necessarily have to be in your head. You don't have to juggle things as much. Just do the right thing if you're capable of doing the right thing, okay? But yeah, it does feel like Leo season is definitely gonna kind of bring some things to the forefront for you. But I feel like towards the end of Leo season, it just feels like everything goes back to normal. Okay, I'm seeing like the Justice card, Libra season. So I feel like by Libra season, you guys could definitely be getting back to normal. Whereas like it's not as up and down. It feels like Leo season's going to be. Also, too, her eyes are green. Someone here is like jealous of you.